Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Beef. Yes, beef, like the meat, which, as you know, is the only show on the internet where beef gets grilled. And my name is Isaac HP, as you already know. And today the studio is full of some incredible comedians. On my left, we have Lucas Jefcoate.
Hello, thank you,
Slightly
Isaac.
ginger
Slightly
complexion.
ginger, yeah.
Yeah, you're like when you go to Superdrug and at the bottom of the shelf, they have like sort of slightly pale ginger lady on the packet.
Oh, did you write that before I came here?
No, I didn't. No, I just went to Superdrug the other day.
And you noticed that there was like a ginger lady and it reminded me.
Yeah,
of
there's
you.
like...
I'm honoured.
Yeah. Sorry, I don't know if you're offended by that.
No, I'm not. Maybe I should be.
And to his left, we have Richardson.
Thanks.
Hello. I love that you got...
Yeah, why the fuck didn't I get a round of applause? I just got roasted.
Yeah.
like a woman.
Yeah, I just said that you look like a frail old lady. And
And then everyone claps red.
Ned
Wow.
Red's sister.
Alpha, you got alpha treatment there.
You did.
Thank you.
I've been baited. I've been cut.
You've been baited.
I'm used to it.
Red. I don't know why I like to call you
Right,
Richardson.
now, that was it. He got my name wrong.
Yeah.
Sorry.
We're in.
Richardson. I like to call people by their second name.
Yeah.
Richardson, you got the alpha treatment.
Thank
got
you.
The alpha big pupper
I
treatment.
did.
there.
It's
Yeah.
good to be here.
I think people
Yeah.
would
The crew
assume
you've
that.
got.
If we were in a room together, I think people would assume you were the alpha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we were dating.
Yeah.
And I
You
was
use
straight.
me as a handbag. You put things in me. Is that what people do?
What, put things in each other?
Yeah.
What?
That's what I would.
In
That's,
Brighton, they do that.
yeah. Which
Where
is where
are you
you
from,
live.
Lucas? Because we know each other. You know that.
Yeah, we've known each other for a while.
Few
Yeah.
years. He
How
worked
long?
at
When did you
Stand-up
meet?
scene.
Vauxhall Comedy Club.
Yeah, I used to work at Vauxhall.
He worked there before his untimely demise. is a nice way of putting it.
What, were you fired?
He was well, kind of excommunicated from the comedy industry as a whole for a bit.
Yeah.
Why?
But he's back. Is the main thing. Well,
Are we launching you back
let's just
into
say
the world?
the way Lucas treats us isn't the way he treats new female comedians.
Harvey Weinstein Jr. is what they call
they
me.
were
Yeah.
calling him on the scene.
I don't know why you've started this.
I
bit. This
Sorry.
is detrimental
He
to
wasn't.
my reputation.
He's actually he's too nice to women.
That's the problem,
critique
yeah.
everyone has of him.
Mr. Nice Guy.
Yeah, Mr. Nice Guy.
No, I disrespect men and women equally. For
Yeah.
the record.
So, and at this comedy club, what did you do when you worked there? What was your thing? What
I was
your
like the
job?
doorman. This was when I was first starting. I was like
Yeah.
20 years old.
When was this? 2018.
No, it was like 2021. It's just after lockdown.
Oh fuck yeah! But it was bottom. They do a show called Bottomless Brunch,
where the scum of society. would
literally the
come.
worst people of all of
Because you can just get unlimited alcohol.
unlimited alcohol. and
90
then they
minutes
do a
of
comedy
bottomless
show.
booze.
Yeah.
People would drink and then they would watch a comedy show, which is the worst idea ever, maybe.
Ever.
I would think so.
I once did it, and this woman was to the right of me. It was in that small weird room because what the thing is, what was the club called?
Vauxhall Comedy Club.
No, but what was the nightclub it was in?
Oh,
called?
Fire nightclub.
Fire.
Yeah,
So it's a 24-hour gay nightclub, isn't it?
Yeah.
So we would leave, and there'd be guys literally in like gimp outfits coming in, so you'd have to get out quick.
Yeah. When we were like loading
So
out,
it's a quick changeover.
Yes.
It's like when McDonald's changes from breakfast to
But, yeah,
Big Mac.
exactly.
And you'd sit on these like weird leather sofas that you know that because the club is open 24 hours, so people would stay there till 12 the next day.
I would come into work sometimes and there were people still partying. Like naked people would be like out in the garden.
Yeah.
I'd have to like make my way into the office.
Yeah,
That was
Said
like
that
my
so
commute.
innocently.
Yeah.
Naked people.
it was absolutely.
That's why I'm so corrupt now.
rank.
It was gross. Yeah, you wouldn't want to shine a UV light in that
You
place.
ate a condom.
Yeah.
by
It would
mistake,
like,
didn't
yeah, I was very hungry.
you? Yeah. No, it was disgusting.
Well, it depends what flavour the condom is, doesn't it?
Yeah,
But
they
I
had
You know
remember
they
this
call that
woman,
fruiting.
This woman was sick while I was trying to do my show. While I was trying to do my set, and
Loads
she
of people
threw
were
up
sick.
on the front row. Literally threw up, and I went, "Ah, she's been sick." And the audience turned on me like, "So?" Because there was such a pack of animals. They went, "Yeah, what?"
Carry
As
on.
if she just had taken a swig of water.
You can even make like a comment about it to sort
No,
of.
this guy stood up and went, "Leave her alone."
Wow.
And I was like, and he sat down. I tried to do my set, and he went, "Fuck this," and just walked out because that was the problem, apparently.
Do you think people also on a bit of a come down as well from like other drugs? that
Oh
they've
yeah,
taken
people
and
were
stuff
doing
like
a
that?
lot of drugs there. I had to kick
Always.
2 people out because they were chopping up lines on the bar.
Really?
On the
Yeah.
bar, like where they were serving drinks, they were just doing lines there. And
Wow.
I had to be like, "Excuse me, you
Party
can't do
people.
that."
I would have left. Yeah.
There's something that sounds pretty
Regular
cool about
joined
that
in.
though.
No, I just thought that sometimes if you're not getting paid enough, just leave it.
Yeah.
It's like that bit in the Ben Affleck film, you know, what's the town when they see they're about to do the robbery and the policeman sees them and just goes and just walks the other way because he's like, I didn't get paid enough for this.
Yeah.
Seen that movie.
You should have done that.
I should have done that.
Just go, look, leave it. There's rats running around everywhere. Do you see rats? When you're
Rats, so many massive rats.
Disgusting.
They would eat all the condoms, so they were like super mutant. It was a great play. It was a great job.
I've
And that's how we
heard some
met.
stories about one of my mates is was a bin taking the bins.
Bin man.
Bin man.
Is what it's called, yeah.
Yeah, they take the bins out, right?
Yeah.
But they did it where they take the public bins out.
Okay.
So for the council, but the walkie bin men, the ones that don't have the big truck.
Who are these guys?
The ones that just like take the public bins out, not the ones that you use at your house.
Why do they have a truck? These guys.
So because they can just walk and take the bin bag.
Where? Well, just drag it
on the
home.
seafront in Brighton.
Oh,
They must have a truck.
No, well, they probably got a little transit van.
Yeah.
I imagine, like a transit van for bins. And they basically.
The world is a complicated place for you, isn't it?
And basically, he was cleaning out one of the bins one time, and it was outside a nightclub, and it was outside a what do you call it when a cottaging area. When people find you know about that.
Oh wow,
Yeah,
that's when me and Red met.
And
Actually, that was our real meeting story.
And there's obviously loads of condoms everywhere. People put them in the bins and stuff. The condoms in the bins, and then the rats eat the condoms. And every single day, he would have to go there and fight the rats off the condoms.
That's just
sometimes in the little transit van,
disgusting.
there would be like a rogue rat still in there because you just couldn't get them all out.
Yeah.
And then you'd hear it rattling around like a rat inside a condom bag inside the back of a
just
truck.
Some things you see, you go, "What?" I saw a pigeon just in a pile of sick, just like pecking away at it, and I just thought, "What's the point
Yeah.
anymore?
Yeah.
Why don't we all just kill ourselves?"
Yeah.
It's just disgusting.
It's tough when you see things like that, and then you have to sort of like pretend that everything's
It's
normal.
fine.
Okay, yeah. Then you just have to go about your day. I was getting
Yeah.
a haircut once, and I saw a homeless guy just like have violent diarrhea in the park. And he I was walking by, and like it was like I was like walking by the fence, and I just saw his whole entire anus
Wow.
with poop coming out of it.
Wow, that's the kind of stuff that David Attenborough should really be filming.
I remember seeing.
And then
a
I was like,
gorilla
Red.
at London Zoo. I saw a gorilla when I was a kid, shit in its hand and then eat it. And at the time, I thought that now I understand that gorilla more than anything. I feel that once it would go again. What's the point anymore?
When I was a kid once, I used to, if I really need a poo, but I couldn't be bothered to go to the toilet, right? Sometimes I would just like I'd be touching cloth, like a little bit of the turtle head would come out of my bum hole. And I was like a very young boy, but I just like sort of pick the nugget off and
That's too far, man.
and I like would like throw it out the window,
Where?
like throw the little
onto your driveway?
nugget. I don't know where it went. I guess
You
nature.
should really think about it.
Nature. Well, I was obviously 6 years old, so you can't really judge it.
What nature call? What do you mean?
Like nature ate the poo.
Where were you living in the Sahara?
I was living in Norfolk.
Exactly. I don't think nature ate the poo. I think
Someone
your mum
No.
stepped in it.
No. Yeah, like I said, nature does its thing.
Does its thing.
Yeah.
Mother Nature.
How old are you?
25.
25.
Yeah, so
When
my
did you
frontal lobe
start?
has developed.
When did you start? Yeah, you just this year.
Yeah, man.
So you now can't. You got to take responsibility if you kill anyone now.
Yeah, it's one of those things where if I do end up stabbing somebody with a zombie knife,
It's on you.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, like it's just on me now.
When did you start doing this? What was not this podcast, but your
So I
sketching
started doing stand-up comedy when I was 16 years
No
old.
way.
Yeah,
That's
in
very young.
Norfolk, at a place called the Birdcage, which shut down after lockdown. But I started doing that when I was like 16.
That wasn't Nelson Gomba Comba's gig, was it?
No, but he was my second gig. It was
Okay,
Nelson
and
Gumba
that's
Kumba
also,
Jr.
I'm
the
pretty
second.
sure not the way you say his surname.
It's
So-
Nelson Tinashe Gumba Kumba Jr. the second.
Okay, yeah.
That's
Junior the
it.
second.
Yeah,
There were
yeah.
2 juniors.
Two juniors.
Yeah, 2 juniors.
I
Two
mean, such a
juniors.
lovely name.
I think
You
he's
would
now
wanna-
got 2 juniors as well.
He's
He's now
brilliant.
got 2 little children.
I was talking about him the other day. He's disappeared off the scene.
I think he did his last show in Norwich a few months ago. I think he used to
Oh,
host
so
a
he's
show at
retiring.
Gonzo's 2
Has he
rooms.
Lucas quit? Has he pushed, or has he decided on his own terms? And
I think
a
he's-
slew of angry women forcing him out.
like
I haven't seen you in like a year,
Yeah.
Red, and the first thing you do is you start throwing out these wild, baseless accusations, may I say. May I defend myself for 1 second?
Yeah.
You're in the firing range, man.
I
You're
really
in the
am. I
middle.
didn't
You've got
expect to
Red,
do
and
this.
you've got me. I mean, Red's more targeted with his stuff. I'm a bit more sloppy, like Joe Biden.
Yeah,
but
Red
I'm like
is-
Joe Biden. You're Donald Trump.
Rez,
with
you're
your
like a
stuff.
shotgun. Red's like a sniper.
And
He's
you're
just
like Kamala
naming
Harris in the
me,
middle,
yeah.
just not knowing where this is all gonna go.
Just getting fucked from both angles, yeah.
We tried to get him on the podcast, you know, 'cause
Did you-
he's got beef with
He's got a lot of beef.
Barack Obama or something.
Who are we going to get on now? Get Weinstein on. He's furious. Did you read the interview yesterday?
Weinstein.
Yeah, they interviewed him. He's not,
Weinstein?
He's not happy.
In prison.
Oh,
He's been screwed over, apparently. Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Shoes on the other foot.
No, they went into prison, yeah. But it was quite interesting because the guy who interviewed him, he personally asked for him, and he last interviewed him like 25 years ago on his yacht or something. And so it was this kind of, he told the story of the first one and then seeing him now. And sort of.
I think he's jealous because Epstein is getting all the sort of.
Well, Weinstein's
media
not in the Epstein files. Credit to him for that.
Well, he's got his own
Innocent.
Steam
He's got
file.
his own Steam file.
Yeah.
That's true.
He's got his own little file
yeah.
going on.
All it is
That's the thing. He did it himself. He did his own little thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can either join the Sidemen or make your own little group. That's the thing, isn't it?
So what you did when you were 16? Why did you do that?
I did it because it was a way to escape poverty.
Really?
I think so. Yeah.
I
And
would have thought you were posh. Or
no. I grew up in poverty. I grew up in.
What is this in nature? When you're throwing.
I
your
grew up
shit everywhere.
in British poverty. So you know, like mayonnaise sandwiches, and the TV kept going missing.
Yeah. Okay.
You know-
is this a bit of a joke or not? Because you
No,
said
no,
like you went to private
this is-
school.
I know. I do sound like I went to private
Where
school,
did you
but I
learn
didn't.
this way of speaking?
Well, I think you know how like posh people pretend to be working class.
Yeah.
Like I think I pretend to be posh.
Yeah.
Like I'm like the opposite. Where
Oh.
I've always been ashamed of my class because of
Because I'm middle class, and when I was a teenager, I was ashamed, and so I would be like,
yeah.
I used to speak in a American black accent.
That's
Oh
crazy.
yeah, like Biggie Smalls. And
That wouldn't make
I'm
any
literally
sense.
kidding. Yeah. What you saying, y'all? And they were like, what do you mean? This is the post office.
We're in Devon.
Yeah, we're in Devon.
yeah,
No, I didn't do that.
White
But no,
place.
it is funny. That is the sort of.
yeah. I think I felt quite aware of my.
So this
class
isn't a
and-
private
no.
school. I would have thought.
No.
Looking at you, and not an insult, but you go B-Dales.
Yeah, that's the problem is no one believes
So you
that
don't get
I
any
grew
sympathy.
up on benefits.
You get all the hatred for the voice,
But none of
and
the
none of
privilege.
the sympathy, and none of the
Yeah.
get behind it.
And then I catch myself always having to explain to people, no, I grew up working class, benefits class. All my family work in factories and stuff like that.
That's
But,
mad.
but-
What would you have said?
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
assume
I'd say
that, yeah.
Jeremy Clarkson's nephew.
yeah,
Yeah, I'd say you'd
But-
own a gun.
Yeah.
I don't own a gun, but I own a 3D printer.
Yeah.
Well, you can print a gun.
Yeah, people are doing that now.
They are,
No way. That's interesting. So you were like, I've got to get out the hood. I'm going to do stand-up comedy.
Well, I felt like in my head, like I really had nothing to lose. You know, no one in my family really owns anything.
Yeah.
So I felt like I started listening to podcasts and stuff, and they interview comedians. I was like, hang on a second, comedians are just like normal people, and they have like a sort of persona on stage. I kind of related to it more. I was like, oh, I feel like I can. If they just talk like that, when you only see it on Live at the Apollo,
Yeah.
I feel like it feels like you don't see the work before it. But when
Yeah.
the internet came along, you got to see people's stories a bit more. And I was like, hang on a second, I reckon I could do something like
when
that.
you realise everyone's had shit gigs and stuff like that.
Yeah, and I
helpful.
feel like it's something where you didn't hear that as much until the internet
He's
came
been
around.
through it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you've been through like the shit gigs and stuff
Yeah.
like that.
Oh
and-
yeah,
You had a
I'm
good
still
one.
going
You
through
had a
them.
good one last year, didn't you?
One good gig, yeah. I'm still riding off that high. I've had some terrible gigs. Last night was a terrible gig
Where?
as well. I was in Kent.
Oh,
So obviously, Maidstone, which it was just awful. They were maybe the thickest audience I've ever seen
Oh, here
in
we
my
go.
life.
blame
They-
the audience.
They was no. This is how
Classic.
thick they were.
They were
Classic.
too dumb for your maths-based comedy.
Yeah, I do pie charts. I'm a chart Excel spreadsheet comedian. No, it was like a cabaret bar, so they were like you could order pizzas to the table.
That's
Yeah,
hell.
yeah.
And someone, so that was a nightmare. So someone ordered a pizza, and this guy got a pizza, and it had like, you know, when you have pizza, like big things of burrata
on the pizza.
Yeah, the big bits of cheese on it. Yeah,
Exactly. He was like, "Why the fuck is there an egg on my pizza?"
But it wasn't.
He thought it was an
Oh.
egg.
He thought it was an egg. Yeah,
Yeah, that's
Postmate
right.
fun
You're
of it.
right. They are dumb. That's
Kent.
really
Kent doesn't
stupid.
have like the culture that it used to have.
No, but it's a very varied kind of person. Like these people in the front six, like in the front row, they were all like Brexiteers, like were saying very problematic things. But then there's also a trans woman sat right behind them. And so I think Kent is kind of like that, where it's quite diverse, where lots of different people live there.
Of course, everywhere's diverse.
Yeah, but Kent, I think more so, like has the more extremes.
Yeah, well, either that guy or
Yeah. Everyone was talking about what surgeries they had. Like someone had fake tits and someone had a hair transplant, but not because his hair
Was this the
receding.
comedians or was this like the audience?
This was the audience. The audience were the biggest characters of the night. They,
And what did you do? Were you all right with the trans? But did you attack the trans person? Were you good with it?
luckily, they arrived after I was
Okay,
on, so
good.
I didn't get to
Well,
see them.
thank God. That was
Which
probably
would be fine,
planned.
obviously. Yeah.
They
They
knew
were
you
very
coming.
afraid of me.
Yeah.
And someone, I'm just going to ignore that. Actually, I'm just going to entirely ignore that comment.
You're in the firing range.
I
Lucas.
really am. I wish I'd prepared some stuff
know.
for Red.
You
but-
sit at the middle,
I didn't prepare it. I
man.
didn't know you were going to be here.
Yeah, Kent's a weird place, isn't it,
It's
Kent?
an interesting place.
It's a strange old place.
I'm
Yeah.
from Essex, which is kind of similar to Kent, where I think the people there think they're very funny and they want to make comedy, especially about themselves. Every gig that I've done in Kent or Essex, the audience have sort of insisted that it becomes about them, which is difficult because they're not funny as well.
What, anyone in Essex will can?
Not in my experience. Not the people who heckle.
No, people who heckle never usually are, because I think it would be, if you're funny, you sort of like have considered thoughts.
Yeah.
Whereas if you think shouting out when it's someone else, you're usually an idiot, you know?
Yeah.
Well, anyway, I'll just have you back.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
Cheers, man.
I feel like I haven't even said anything in a
No.
while.
No, it's all right.
We're just back together again.
Yeah,
The
it
boys
feels
are
nice. It
Last
feels
time we
nice to
saw
see
each other
this
was in,
camaraderie.
Harvey and Jeffrey.
We were with Harvey and Jeffy E
Yeah.
Who's
on
this?
the island.
Yeah.
Oh, Jeffy
Yeah.
E. Badman ting.
He
He's
is
a very
the
bad
list,
man.
by the way. I've seen it's just him.
Really?
It's just his name 1,000 times.
Wow.
I actually searched up my own name in the Epstein list just to check.
But I feel.
Can you just search up
You
your
can
own
search up
name on the
anyone's
Epstein?
name, yeah.
Imagine I feel bad for people if you're like Epstein's neighbour and you're like, excuse me, mate, you got any milk? And
Yeah,
suddenly
yeah.
in the fucking files.
Yeah, it doesn't look good.
There was a
It's
few
not good
people
look.
that like weren't really like doing anything, but like were
Oh,
on it
so
still.
many.
You know, they like mentioned Kanye West, but like only because he just liked pumping his tunes.
Yeah, and he went to a comedy club, and so all the comedians that were on that night are in the list.
I
Oh
saw
yeah,
that.
he went to Vauxhall
Yeah.
Comedy Club. didn't he?
No, in all seriousness,
He
he went to the Comedy Cellar in New York, and anyone who was on that night, so like David Tell's on the list.
Yeah, Will
David
Forte is
Tell.
on the list as well.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, so people are just no one knows what the list means. My problem with that is, what is this? Like, separate the thing, because I think people like Trump and stuff are blowing it up so much that it becomes so ridiculous.
It's
no
been
one knows-
normalized now, and I feel like people aren't like taking it as
No,
seriously.
because they go, actually get rid of all the fucking. You know, when they're like, this is a hole into the sea that he fed people to sharks. Like, right, let's let's
Yeah,
start
yeah.
on the who was nonced, who was
Yeah,
doing the
yeah, yeah.
noncing.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe someone on his plane once, fine, whatever. But let's find out what was going on.
Yeah, you need.
'Cause it feels like everyone's just blowing it up, so we don't actually. There's no longer a story.
People are focusing on these like insane movie
Yes.
style
Yeah.
scenes, but like there's actually what about all just the things that happen on a day-to-day basis there that is the proper criminal activity that needs to be focused on.
Let's get to the sharks afterwards.
Yeah, that's
Find out
like
what
that's
the
like a
fuck was that.
bonus feature
Yeah.
of what the fuck, but like there
And
needs
both
to be.
sides of the political spectrum are using it to and just blow. It's by the end of the day, you're like, I don't really know what's going on anymore.
Yeah, they've kind of blown, and then obviously bombing Iran.
We are. Well, they are.
They are.
America.
Yeah.
How do
But,
you,
like-
you were big behind that, weren't you?
I funded a lot of it.
Yeah, you joined the march for it,
yeah.
right? You were sort of on your own with a
I
little
was
placard, weren't you?
pro-
We posted a story,
bombs.
popped up champagne, just looked at the camera and fuck around and find out. And he just poured it all over himself.
Wow.
We got taken down because he was naked.
But otherwise, it would have been
Yeah.
fine. It's political censorship gone mad.
Yeah.
Like Tiananmen Square.
Yeah, exactly. It's exactly like that. It's exactly the same thing.
You'd still get drafted. How old are you?
I'm 25. So I
Yeah,
get
you're both
drafted,
fucked.
yeah.
I think
No, I
I'm
won't get
37.
drafted because I've
What's the
got
cut-off
asthma.
age?
37, I hope.
I won't get drafted because I've got an asthma pump.
That's
I have
good.
asthma as well. Does that count?
Yeah.
So you were in the Iran war. we won't get drafted because we
Okay.
have this.
And I'm ginger, which I think counts as some sort of
Ginger.
disability.
Okay, I have ADHD.
No, that's good. That's
Yeah.
good. Because they'll in wars and stuff, they like to have people with ADHD for the ADHD rage. And they put them in a little van and they overstimulate them with things, don't they?
No,
They
okay.
overstimulate them with scheduling and graphs and and stuff
I
like
need
that. And then they
figures
let
on
them loose on all the Afghans. Don't
They just shake up the
They
the
shake
van.
up the van and then they go ADHD activate, and then everyone goes out and just like goes mental. It's like releasing the Hulk
The
on.
Taliban don't close their cupboard drawers. Fucking get them.
Oh, the Taliban, man, they're crazy, aren't they?
Instead of a photo of their wife in their helmet, they've just got a Subway Surfers video playing.
Yeah, that would be
Reminds them what they've got to live for.
Taliban. Do you remember when they came back because they were away for so long? What was it 2001? I think they were straight.
Yeah, when
Or straight after 9/11, they were.
yeah,
you know,
they
it was
kind of
like-
got out. They kind of
Out.
America
They
took
came
control.
back when we were doing the Euros, and everyone was singing "It's Coming Home." We thought that it meant the football bit was the Taliban
Yeah, because they were coming home back to their
back to taking it over again.
the promised land of.
And then all the poor guys who teamed up with us were just left there, not allowed over here. And then it's like, sorry about that.
Well, do you remember the video where they were flying the plane out of Afghanistan and people that liked America were clinging onto the plane,
Yeah,
thinking
horrendous.
that it would just take them. You could just hold on to the
You
plane.
just hold on
and
to
it
a Seattle.
take you back
Like
to.
that
Yeah.
Tom Cruise scene.
Yeah.
Mission Impossible.
Right, this is the next part of the show. Right, guys, now it's time for the part of the show we call the grill. Usually this is where we read out some shit people have left in your comment section, but I imagine you both see enough of those. So let's have a chat about some of those trials and tribulations of a career in comedy. So, Len, we've already sort of spoke about this. How did you guys get into comedy, Red? How did you get into comedy?
Just wanted to do stand up and
Oh, you sound like someone who's been asked that too much.
yeah.
I
I don't know. You know?
I don't want to ask you that question. Well, I was going to say, you were almost Harry Potter, right? In the
I've
Harry
been
Potter
asked
film.
that. So that is a exaggeration that I used for press in Edinburgh in 2018. Basically, I auditioned for it when I was 10 and got a call back, and I lied in 2018 to try and get more attention on my Edinburgh show, saying I got down to the final 3. And now I've had to answer that question 100 times, which is my own fault.
But
Oh.
you did a reading with Chris Columbus.
Because you look like
didn't
you look like you'd be good at.
That's pretty. I'd say that's
Yeah, one-on-one
close to the
director.
consideration. Yeah.
But I mean, the thing is, so I think they auditioned 30,000 people, and I'd say probably 1,000 did that.
Right.
with him.
Right.
I think he put maybe, I don't know. Chris, if you're watching, how many were there?
You'd be good at playing Hagrid nowadays.
I could.
If you and Harry Potter.
Wait, no, he's the one we're shitting on. This isn't the dynamic.
I
It's
think
him.
you'd be good at
Let me
playing
tell you.
Hagrid. You said I'm Jeremy Clarkson's nephew.
No, I did actually.
You can't just take shit like that.
You've been holding that in.
You look
waiting
like
to
that
get me back.
pedo in the hut
He's-
outside the school.
You're a spiteful man.
Hagrid's a weird character in Harry Potter because don't you
He's
think it's
best
really weird
friends
that
with
all
these
these
kids.
all these kids just like go around his house all the time, and he just sort of like lives just about in the catchment area, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Like,
it's like
he-
international waters.
Yeah, and he's sort
Just
of
outside the
Oh,
Forbidden
you think
Forest.
He goes, I can live here, so
Yeah, just outside the Forbidden
you go,
Forest.
look, the rules are a bit different.
He
Now.
can
yeah,
dispose
yeah.
of the
Forbidden
kids.
Forest. You like they always say kids don't go in the Forbidden Forest
They go missing. Yeah.
because they go missing because there's no actual laws there.
But it's because Hagrid's
Yeah.
taking them. It's not the forest.
Yeah, I reckon
Mm.
Hagrid definitely, was that kind of PE teacher that would walk into the changing rooms.
yeah. Did you have that?
Well, they would always be a bit weird, wouldn't they? In the
They would be
changing
so
rooms?
weird. I was
I'm
like,
not saying that it's
they would
like.
always go into the female changing rooms.
No, boys for us. We had a guy called Mr. Stevens. Everyone called Charlie Chester the child molester, and he was always like, "Make sure you shower." And actually, maybe he was just trying to get, but like, he was just called it was open name, and
But why
Would he
do
respond
they?
to it?
he knew it was his name. But I remember I was hitchhiking once. I got picked up by this guy who's 50. Who was taught by him. And he went, "What, Charlie Chester the child molester?" So it'd been his name since the 70s.
That's great.
Which someone should have looked into at the school.
But they're very, very relaxed, very nonchalant.
well,
about it, if you will.
Do you know his skill?
What?
He
Touching
can,
people?
No, he can close his eyes. You can point at a globe, and he knows where you're pointing and say the age of consent in any country in the world.
Are these like things you've written and you just use in everyday conversation?
I'm just looking at you and thinking,
Wow.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's a really funny bit. I like that.
So you're like a geoguesser, but
I'm just trying to get it back on
But
him
for
after he called me
nonsense, yeah,
Hagrid and
yeah.
pedo.
I
Are
had
you scared to hit back at the host so it just gets
No,
deflected?
He wants to
called
get
Clark's
booked again.
nephew. I
Yeah,
thought it was,
I don't. Yeah,
Oh.
I don't book a podcast, so that's why.
No, that's why we're getting him.
I had a pedo teacher at school as well.
Really?
He was called, well, I won't say his real name, but his name was Mr. Goodman. And he was not a good man.
Good man.
And he was our
It's an ironic nickname, like a small guy called
Pardon?
Big Dave or something.
no,
It's
no,
ironic, yeah.
yeah. He was the religious teacher,
Oh,
and he got fired. And he wrote a book about his story when he got fired for noncing. He wrote a book called My Side of the Story, and he
Who
released
for?
for the people who wanted to listen.
He
I guess.
stapled it together. You know, kids make comic books and bring them in, handing it out at the school gate.
Yeah, it was
Written
all like
by
in the
it
school
was on our,
library.
it was
Yeah.
on our
Written
reading
on the
list for
front.
English.
Really?
No,
No. So, did anyone publish this book?
it was on Amazon. Yeah, you could buy it, and we used to leave reviews of it in school. And I got someone in trouble because I left the name under their name as a review, and I said that I left the review that was like, "This was an amazing book. Mr. Goodman was a great teacher. He touched us all." And they got detention for that because
Well,
I
did this
signed
guy
it
go
off
to
as their
jail?
name. No, he didn't go to jail, but he's banned from teaching. There's like a court document, like it's all
Oh my god!
available.
What
yeah.
do you do?
Banned from teaching, but not banned from writing.
No. He's a very successful
He's a good
author.
novelist.
Very
Yeah.
successful.
It's good at writing, and if you got that skill, I mean, if you sometimes they say if you can't do, teach, but if you can't teach, do.
Yeah.
Isn't it? That's what you should do. That's what you should really do.
Yeah, his dream was to be a writer, I think.
Yeah.
And he just
Yeah.
pedoing was just a way
That
into
was
it,
just
really.
I mean,
that was a side hustle.
Yeah.
There is some crazy success stories where teachers become more than what they are, right? Or
Yeah,
like,
what do you mean?
Like-
but I always find it when it's like, but presidents used to be like lawyers and stuff, or like some president, like Barack Obama was like a lawyer, right?
Yeah.
Like back in the day.
I mean, that makes more sense than reality TV star, doesn't it?
Yeah. Oh yeah, that does. But it's just Donald Trump was in The Apprentice,
Yeah, that's what I mean.
the
Yeah,
show The
yeah,
Apprentice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was.
Which is like the show where people go in and they
Try to become business
try to
partners
become
with him.
business partners with him,
Yeah.
and then what happens? And they get fired by
They
him.
can get fired, yeah.
So that's what The Apprentice is.
Yeah.
And then how does that tie in with Jeffrey Epstein? Is he in the show?
I think
Jeffrey
that's how he
Epstein?
got his start, yeah.
Was
on
he
the
in
show.
The Apprentice?
No, he wasn't. He was a teacher, though.
Epstein. No one knows how he made his money. He was a teaching assistant, and suddenly he's a billionaire.
Yeah, he scammed a bunch of people, apparently.
Ridiculous.
I think he actually wrote a book about his story and it went to become on a bestseller.
Epstein's got a book.
No, I'm joking.
Okay.
I was talking about
I
my
was going to read it.
pedo teacher. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I get you. Sorry.
No, it's fine. It wasn't very clear.
Jeff.
Yeah.
Lucas Jefcoate. Sorry.
Yes.
Lucas, apparently your granddad knew the Cray twins. Your family knew the Cray
Really?
twins.
Well, he didn't know them, but he lived in the pub opposite.
Okay.
And people knew of them. He knew of them.
Yeah.
They were like, I mean, he wasn't a criminal. My granddad grew
You
up.
told me that they knew the Cray twins.
He lived. I know the person who lived in the pub where they got arrested, the Craytons, where they got shot, and like they lived in the East End, and my granddad lived in the East End. He was poor during the time, so
Where they shot someone, the blind beggar.
yes, my granddad lived opposite the blind beggar.
Yeah.
And did he hear the bang noise of the gun?
No,
Go
but I
bang?
know the guy who did.
You know the guy that did?
Not shot him, but heard.
Where
it.
is he?
He is? I don't know where he is. He's fine. He was like a baby, and he was living upstairs
But
in the.
This story is fucking
You
ridiculous.
said that you got to the final 3 of Harry Potter.
Yeah, for press.
Yeah, well, this
You're
is
just
for
doing it to
press. This
impress
is
him.
my press. I may have exaggerated slightly when he said he knew that. I don't know if he knew them, to be fair.
But the
actually.
thing is,
I
there's
couldn't
too
ask
many
him.
people. They always say that their granddads know the Cray twins, and I actually generally thought you did know the Cray twins, or your granddad knew the Cray twins.
No,
But
I'm just.
it turns out you don't know the
I'm
Cray
He
one of
knows
twins.
a
those people.
baby who heard one of them take a shit for 50 years ago.
Got shot.
Yeah, you can't.
yeah.
And babies don't hear.
They do hear.
Babies
What are you
don't
talking about? They
hear.
hear. They do hear.
No, they don't. Babies
What
aren't
do you mean
allowed.
babies don't
Babies
hear?
aren't allowed to hear until they're 4. Do you not remember your first hear?
The first hear.
Do you not remember that?
Ooh.
I remember my first hear.
What was it?
Yeah. More encore.
Well
is
done.
What they were saying.
Well done.
Was it the
Well
sound?
done. Well done. Well done.
Was it the sound of a shit nugget hitting the floor? Was
It
that the
was on a
first
tray.
sound?
It was because I heard for the first time.
And they knew.
Yeah. Uh,
You moved to Brighton to do stand-up.
yeah, to do stand-up. Yeah,
Because
yeah.
the infamous
I lived in my
Brighton-
cousin's loft. Yeah.
Well, what's funny is when someone goes in there, but they're on the beach, and they're like, "Look, you may think this is nice, but actually, it's fucking shit."
But then-
Trust me. You moved to Brighton to do stand-up.
Yeah, to do stand-up. Yeah,
Because
yeah.
the infamous
I lived in my
Brighton-
cousin's loft. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
And where have you been gigging there? Comedia and
I was
the
doing.
Forge?
I've got a show at the Forge now, but I was doing like sort of the secret comedy club they have there.
Yeah,
and like
I've done
there's
that.
loads of. I was
Alex
only ever an
Voodoo.
open micer before lockdown.
And then you became a viral star.
Yeah, and then I could sell out my own shows, but I never like actually got good at comedy.
How's it going now?
So now now it's going like, I did a gig the other day at a burger joint on Wednesday.
What was it called? Burger and Beyond.
Burger and Bird.
Okay.
It's called Burger and Bird. But I've kind of thought like burger and bird, like bird doesn't sound like chicken to me. It sounds
No,
like
it
sort of
sounds
pigeon.
like, yeah.
And then I was thinking like pigeon's a really weird animal to eat.
Yeah.
Because it's like the poshest thing you could eat, and it's also the most like homeless
well,
thing.
but also the rankest. Yeah.
yeah.
It's weird that it's posh to eat.
Have you ever had it before, pigeon?
No.
I've had it.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh.
and when they
Ooh.
give it to you, sometimes it has a bit of shotgun pellet in where they shoot it, and I got a bit of shot in my tooth.
Did you?
Did it taste nice, the shot?
The shot didn't taste of anything, but the pigeon just tasted like chicken, which
That's what people say
quite
about
boring.
anything. They go, frogs, it tastes like chicken.
tastes like chicken.
Anyway, what's the funniest heckle you ever received?
Never had a funny one. They've just all been hurtful.
Hurtful
Like what?
and vile.
Just, I remember once I was doing so badly at a gig, and it turned out there was a guy from my school. This is in Edinburgh in like 2016. There's a guy from my school who I hadn't seen in years, and we didn't even get on. So it was sort of horrible to be bombing in front of him. And he was sat in the front row, and this woman just turned to her husband. She was like, "This guy's fucking shit," and she meant it. So
That's
you know,
worse because she said it to her husband.
How do
Yeah.
you deal? How do you deal with
you
that
just-
kind of stuff?
Then I couldn't do anything.
Are you someone that's quite good at dealing with their emotions?
No, not at all. No,
No, you like your emotional regulation. Do you
it's terrible.
really?
Yeah.
What's like a coping mechanism when you're
Just carpet bomb Iran. No, just get really angry.
just get really
yeah.
I mean, that might lead to that.
Yeah,
Getting
yeah,
angry might lead to carpet bombing Iran.
Right. Now it's time for Beef of the Week. This week, the internet's favourite polite interrogator, Louis Theroux, has just dropped his new documentary, Inside the Manosphere, and where he spends 90 minutes looking bewildered in Miami and Marbella while guys like HS TikTok and Ed Matthews explain why they're the alpha and everyone else is a soy boy. Have you guys watched this or seen
I
any
want to
clips
see
of
it.
it?
I'm going to watch it tonight, I think.
I want to see it, yeah.
I've seen clips. There was one with Ed Matthews, and because he's a nonce hunter, isn't he, as well?
Yeah, he's like a professional nonce hunter. He's sort of going through his Avengers phase.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And someone saw him in the street with Louis, and they thought he was doing a nonce bust. And he's like, "No, it's Louis Theroux. He's not a nonce."
Someone thought Louis Theroux was a nonce.
Well, because he's with the famous nonce hunter Ed Matthews.
Yeah, famous
But
nonce
that's
hunter.
the world we're in, where someone sees Ed Matthews, doesn't know who Louis Theroux is,
That's
and thinks he's
crazy.
being caught by, the esteemed nonce hunter.
Yeah, Ed Matthews probably can't walk around with anybody a little bit older than him without someone going,
He-
"Get him!"
I think he's the most coked up person I've ever seen.
Yeah,
bar
yeah, yeah.
Conor McGregor
Yeah,
of all time.
yeah, yeah.
Is there anyone more pure? He's like Bradley Cooper. He probably doesn't have to do in Limitless. He doesn't have to do it anymore. He's done so much gear. It's that.
Yeah, he's got coke eyes.
He has one gear, and that is 4 a.m. afters. That's his only person. Like, it's just
He
that.
never left that afters.
Never. You could probably wake him up, and he's just pitching you a
Yeah.
podcast.
There's something else that I like the documentary and stuff, but I feel like they didn't go deep into like the actual Manosphere as much as I
Well, no,
wanted
'cause
them
the thing
to.
is, well, HS TikTok and Ed Matthews aren't really the Manosphere. They're just two guys who do stupid stuff for attention.
They want to be like
To me, Manosphere is Andrew Tate. It's that Somalian Nazi guy. What is he called? Myron Gaines. And
Yeah,
then,
yeah.
that's
Jordan Peterson.
not.
He's like an intellectual of the Manosphere.
Well, when he, I think you look at where it's gone to. Well, now we've got Clavicular, who,
Oh, yeah.
the looks maxing, who recently got frame mocked. Did you see that? By the ASU frat leader.
Yeah, I saw something like that.
It was a
is
terrible.
Is he in
Well,
the? Is he in the
there's a
Gimp? Is he in the
conspiracy.
Gimposphere?
Conspiracy that we're bombing Iran is a distraction from the fact that Clavicular got frame mocked by the ASU frat leader.
What does frame mogged mean?
It's when you stand next to someone, you got a better body than them.
So he had like a more chiseled jaw.
Yes.
And this guy's known for looks maxing.
Clavicular is a looks maxer.
And he got frame mod. It's huge that
Yeah.
he
What
got
are
frame
all of
mod.
us
And
then?
his
What are all
cortisol
of
got
us?
spiked. We're fucked. I got frame mogged 1,000 times on the way here, and I drove.
Wow.
So not
He
kidding.
got frame mod by the Uber driver.
Yeah. So yeah, we're done. We are not. We are. Clavicular would say we're subhuman.
Really? Is that what he'd say to us?
Yes.
Does he actually have opinions, or does he just walk
Completely.
around? He has opinions.
So he won't. He's right wing, but he's now voting left wing because he thinks that Gavin Newsom is a Chad and JD Vance is subhuman.
Oh,
Interesting.
because of JD Vance looks like an ugly fucking guy.
Yeah. Whereas he
Yeah.
goes, Gavin Newsom is a complete
Is
Chad.
it just about how big you are?
It's
how
not about
muscular?
that. That's
What
the
is it
fucking
about?
dumbest thing you've ever said. It's not about that.
I thought it was entirely aesthetic.
It's
How-
aesthetic, but you can also gesture max, which is what we could do.
So gesture match is when you use
Maxing.
your
Use
use your what your funniness
Oh.
as a way. That's
Yeah.
what I do with my girlfriend every single day.
Yeah, so you have
Make
your
her
gesture
laugh.
maxing.
I'm
You're not-
gesture
yeah.
maxing every day.
You're not looks maxing.
I'm not what?
You're not looks maxing. You're a
Yeah,
gesture maxing.
I am as well.
Well, he's a looks
But I'm a
maxer
funny,
and
good looking.
gesture
I'm a
maxer.
funny,
Oh,
good
thank
looking
you.
That's
guy.
right, man. Sorry, I felt bad about
No,
what I
no,
said.
that's all right. Don't worry about it.
I'm a
There's
funny,
weird
good looking
vibe
guy.
here, isn't there?
It is a
I
weird
don't know what
vibe.
it is. I don't know what it is.
I don't know
We
who's
literally haven't
created
seen
it.
each other in a year.
Yeah, I don't know what's going.
I saw him and it just brought this out of me. I don't know. Anyway.
yeah, maybe it's there's something like a deep trauma. Maybe that somebody that looks like Lucas Jefcoate.
that's
You know, like, I don't like it when people look like all 9 of my stepdads put into one.
Okay,
You know, there's something I don't. Yeah, which is like it's really
That's a
difficult.
group chat. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah,
But,
there's a whole group chat of them.
Clavicular hits himself in the face with a hammer to make it his bones more protrude more and more distinct. But every scientist in the world has said there's absolutely no science
Same with
behind this.
mewing, isn't it? There's
What's
no
mewing?
science. Oh, you don't know what?
No.
How do you know what frame maxing is? If you don't know what mewing?
Because I was.
This guy doesn't know what mewing is.
Yeah,
It's when you chew something and it like. It's when you put the tongue at the roof of your mouth to sort of like accentuate your jaw.
What, when you eat something?
No, you just do it. Like it's just like a resting tongue. you
I
have.
see.
or you could just like grow out like a sort of like beard or something.
You could do that, yeah.
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 That's it. You're mewing.
Yeah, I'm mewing.
What do you know? What I did. I actually got I got my chin fat frozen.
Did you actually?
Yeah, because I got really
it
insecure
frozen?
about it once, and I got it frozen off.
How did you do that?
They get like a twister and they put it on
You
the
went, to,
bottom
you,
of
went
your.
to, you went to Iceland.
No,
Just
yeah.
whacked it in the fucking
Put it in the
freezer.
Yeah, I went to the burger section in
Yeah.
Iceland.
Gaffer taped a load
No,
of
they actually
peas
do.
to
They
your
actually do it.
chin.
It gets the enzymes off.
And
It's
how-
because I
how
was
much did that
filming.
cost you?
I was filming. It cost me like 60 quid a pop. I did it 3 times, and
Are
they
you
gave one
sure
of them
that's
free.
healthy?
Well, apparently it doubles the rate of you getting cancer or something on your
Brilliant.
face.
So you had
gonna
no
have
chin,
face
but you'd be
cancer.
dead by 30.
No. I'll be dead by 52.
Okay, that's all right.
Well, one thing I wanted to talk about is like the Manosphere.
Mhm.
Like I feel like what is like the
Who are we? Let's compare. I'm Tate
Why are you Tate?
because fucking just the cool guy. Yeah.
You have a Lamborghini as well.
I got Bugatti.
You've got the Bugatti.
I got a house in Romania. It's funny they live out there because it's like 20p. You go, you're not that rich, are you?
You're rich. You're the richest
You're
man
the
in
richest
Romania.
guy in a bar in Thailand.
Yeah.
But you are, who would he be? Clavicular, probably.
Clavicular?
Yeah, I'm frame maxing.
And
I'd be Paul Hollywood.
what, the Bake Off guy?
Yeah.
He's not in the Manosphere.
Is he not?
No.
I thought he was in the Manosphere.
I think he's
No.
just a misogynist,
Oh,
but he could be.
I thought he was.
I don't think the Manosphere would accept him
No,
if
he's
they
in
learned that
Bake
he
Off.
was
Yeah.
baking cakes.
I
No.
wanna, have you seen on TikTok like people that
I
want
know
to
you are.
want to be
General
a
G.
General G is amazing, isn't he?
I'm HS. You're Ed Matthews. He's General G.
Yes.
General G blocked me on TikTok.
Really, he's
No
quite funny. Do you
way.
think he's in on it? Does he know?
I think he's
The
like
Python.
semi in on it. I think he's slightly
Because
conscious
HS
of
nearly
what he's
killed
doing.
him and left him for dead, didn't he?
Yeah.
He rented Lamborghini.
Yeah, he like basically gave General G brain damage, didn't he?
Yeah.
Like-
Which was, not, I mean, let's just say the shop windows were already broken.
But yeah, is General G still in hospital after the crash? That HS Tiki Toki.
Never recovered.
Is he like Michael Schumacher? Is he like still in the bed and stuff?
Yeah.
Wow. I wonder what
Yeah.
they feed. Do they just drip him 50p energy drinks?
Stephen Hawking with none of the science. just the Epstein stuff.
But he's probably in the Gimposphere, isn't he?
What's
Yeah,
the
you'll
Gimposphere?
be-
I've never heard of the Gimposphere.
The Gimposphere is
Bevo
people.
in the Gimposphere.
Yeah. So the Gimposphere, you got the Manosphere, which is like a shit thing anyway. Then you got the Gimposphere, is the people that try to be in the Manosphere, but they can't get in. And I feel
That's
like Bevo's
great.
in that.
Oh, Bevo.
Bevo's in the
Bevo.
He got
Gimposphere.
famous for swallowing a potato, didn't he?
Yeah.
And then
And
doing
he's
a
like,
sex tape with
all
Bonnie
the fucking
Blue.
haters out there. No, but isn't he pimping his mum out?
Yeah, now,
And now he's
yeah,
pimping his
She
mum
stole
out.
50k of his commission.
yeah.
It's a mess.
That's Gimposphere.
That is
That's
a pigeon
Gimposphere.
pecking sick off the floor, that situation.
He's
Yeah.
peak
Really-
Gimposphere.
And then
I tell you, he's not in the Gimposphere, it's the Rizzler. He's just condemned Iran bombing, so there we go. The Rizzler said no.
oh, what the Rizzler? No, he's not even Manosphere.
He's a Chad.
He's
in his own
Geosphere.
sphere.
Yeah. He's Chadosphere.
Think about Ed
Yeah.
Matthews and they can fight those guys. You've seen clips of them fighting. They
are good at fighting, which is
Yeah.
why I'm scared to talk about
That's
them in
the
bad
problem.
ways.
I know.
In bad ways.
Well, Lucas will fuck him up. You told me that before. We don't want to.
This is my call out. I'm calling out HS Tiki
Right.
Toki right now.
Yeah.
Is that the one I should fight? Which one's weaker?
I don't. I think
I think Ed Matthews is probably weaker, isn't he?
no, but he's also just
shorter.
got that.
No, Ed Matthews is scary.
He's
I'm scared
scary.
of him.
Yeah,
He'd be
he's
in
got
your
the coke
garden at
energy,
4
yeah.
a.m.
HS
Yeah,
mean?
Tiki
yeah,
Toki.
the,
I feel like I could
lurking in
gun
the
in
garden.
his
Yeah,
tits
lurking in the garden.
Listening to
feel-
like 90s fucking drum and bass on a little Walkman.
The thing with Ed Matthews is I bet he has good music taste though.
I don't think he does.
No?
I think he listens to like Gabba and
He
hardcore
listens to like
trance.
reggae trap.
He's the sort of guy who'd invite you around, turn off all the lights, and just put on a house track that was just, and you just sit there and you go, "This is fucking weird."
What, like that song? Do you remember that song back in the day? It was like wave after wave.
No,
wave
that's
after
too
wave.
relaxed.
No.
His
Wave
would be
after
like
wave.
badger, 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 mushroom, mushroom.
I used to love that song.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was a tune.
That was the song I used to walk to school to.
What a weird energy to bring to
Badger,
school.
badger, 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 mushroom, mushroom. Yeah, I went to this class that they put all the stupid kids in this one mobile house. I used to go to this class called Learning for Life, which is basically like they kind of clock that you're going to be like a criminal or a problem in society, and they clock it in like year 7, and they basically teach you how to not go to prison for an hour
That's
a day.
great.
You do 3 a week, and it was like I had to go to, it's called Learning for Life, and they put you in a little mobile. They built a class
No
outside
way.
of the school, like at the bottom of the school for all of us to go into, and they just teach you about like compassion and like emotions and
Yeah.
how to regulate yourself and stuff like that. And
How not to deal nos.
How do you
Yeah.
teach compassion? You just go
well, the
down.
first time I did Nos, I was 10 years old.
Nice.
Someone gave it to me at a
told
festival
me.
when I was
Why,
10.
what festival were you doing?
It was called Shrub Fest.
I'm,
There
so-
was-
I'm sorry about your life.
There was,
We're going to Shrub Fest to do NOS.
yeah,
At 10.
and the only song they played was Badger, 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 Mushroom,
Yeah.
Mushroom. But no, they did, and
That
there
song
was,
is
it was the type
psychosis,
of
isn't
festival
it?
where there's only 50 people there.
Ah, yeah, that's not fair. Yeah. That's a.
And the
that's a
kids are running
field.
around doing nos.
Yeah, it sort of smelled like BO everywhere, even though it was an open field.
There was
that
only
kind of-
one toilet.
No, there wasn't a toilet.
There was no toilet.
No,
There
well, there
you
was a
go.
man that let you piss on him, but that was different.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, this is the Wheel of Misfortune.
Okay.
This
Oh.
is the part of the show where we get content out of subjects that are on a wheel. So here it is. We're going to spin it, and then we just sort of talk about it. We give our beefs on it and things that we disagree with and stuff like that. It's a good. This is where like your comedian brains can really, fucking make things
Improv.
up. yeah, that's it. Improv.
The guys
Yeah.
who come and collect the bin, but it's just literal explanations.
The guys that come and collect the. What are they called? What are they called?
Bin men.
Oh, bin men. Oh, the guys who collect the bin. What's your favorite service station?
Oh, easy one. What's the one with the Pizza Express, the Burger King, and the McDonald's?
Yes.
It is Helen Bauer lives near it.
Oh, Tring?
No, you're wrong. Fleet.
Fleet,
Fleet,
that's it.
Fleet
Fleet
Services.
Services.
That's
Fleet
a great service
Services.
station.
Followed second by Gordana near Bristol.
Yeah,
Oh, I missed
yep.
that one.
I don't know that one. I
Fleet
just
Services
pretended
has
to
a
agree.
Pizza Express. I did eat one there once, and it does feel weird. You know, I shouldn't be doing this here.
Yeah, well, that's what Prince Andrew said as well.
Oh,
Nice. That was improv.
Was that improv?
And
Yeah,
what you
yeah,
did
yeah.
there is you
What
thought
is-
of something from the brain.
Yeah.
And then you
it
said
came
it.
to your mouth, and it came out. What's that called?
Intelligence.
Talking. Yeah.
Oh. I thought that was called when you're smart at doing
no,
jokes.
you're very smart.
Would you say that I'm smart if you ever met me in another
In
way?
your own ways, yeah.
Really?
You're street smart.
Really?
Yeah, you went to School of Life. You
Yeah.
learnt about life in a different way. You know not how to not go to prison.
Yeah, my dad once in my house, he brought a man around my house. He didn't live in the house that I grew up in. He was separated from my mum, so he just sort of walked in when my mum wasn't in, and he came in with another guy to smoke crack in the house. And the guy that he brought in, he jumped off a bridge before, like a few months before, he jumped off a bridge to try and kill himself. But then they basically gave him a colostomy bag because he couldn't. He ruined his bowels so much.
Weird about that is it's
came
such a
and-
dark story, but you told it like a 5-year-old would tell a story. Did you not feel that?
Yeah, a little bit.
When
And then what happened?
Yeah,
and then he
yeah.
got the
yeah,
colostomy
he was
bag.
doing crack and he jumped off a
Yeah.
bridge.
And I watched The Simpsons.
We didn't have a TV. What's your worst holiday you ever had? What's your worst holiday you ever had?
Oh,
Worst holiday.
me and Lucas, Vietnam, 2018.
Oh.
He was on a rampage. You couldn't stop the fucker. He did stuff that, I'm on the wrong side of the law a lot of the times, but he pushed it even beyond my
Oh,
taste.
what did you break the Geneva Convention?
No, he broke every
I committed
convention.
treason.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not allowed in Asia. Period.
Yeah.
Asia period.
Asia. Period.
Wow.
Never again.
You're
Never
never
again.
allowed in Asia period again.
Except North Korea.
North
I'm
Korea,
very tight
fine.
with North Korea.
What, with Kim Jong Un?
Kim Jong Un. They call me Kim Jong Twa.
What, is he a fan of your Kim Jong Twan?
No,
No,
I don't know. I don't want to ask you what your worst holiday is. We went camping in Auschwitz, and Mummy said that if I held my breath underwater for an hour, she'd give me a sweet.
No, my worst holiday was we're in Norfolk,
Probably
right?
gonna be worse than
I grew up in Norfolk, and we went in Norfolk. We went on holiday. We'd go to Norfolk for holiday.
Yeah, yeah.
So when we went.
A lot of heavy lifting
It's a
going on.
different-
here. Whoever booked this holiday, don't bring your passports.
But yeah,
Don't
when-
even bring your Oyster
I
card.
didn't have
It's
a
across the
passport until I was
street.
19. I never left the country till I was 19.
Where would you first go? Where was your big-
I went to Berlin.
Yeah, of
course.
Why?
I went to Berlin because of I wanted to see where I came from.
Are you German?
My great aunt was German.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how did you like it?
It was nice. They do really nice sausages.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're known for that.
And they speak really serious all the time.
In a different language as well.
Yeah.
It's like words that we say, but the words are different.
Yeah, but they sound all zeddy. They have all zeds in it,
Yeah.
and they don't say please and thank you. They
What do
say
they say?
they say fuck you, and they say oh, and they go oh yeah, and stuff like that.
Sounds like you had some experience there.
Yeah, I sort of sat on a bench.
Okay.
Sorry. But my worst holiday, right? The worst holiday I
I
ever
feel
had.
like you deserve a good thing.
Really?
Yeah.
We're gonna take you to.
Let's take him
on
to
a cruise.
Disneyland.
I bought some new glasses the other day.
Assault him.
Don't take me to bloody Auschwitz.
We won't.
I never want to go there because I Boy in the Striped Pajamas.
Yeah.
I swapped that when I was a kid. I swapped my Escape Free.
For Boy in the
boys.
Striped Pajamas. That's
Yeah.
a terrible
As if
swap.
it sounds
That's
no
you've lost
offense,
that
but it sounds
deal.
like you needed the Skate 3.
No, I gave him the Escape Free.
Yeah, it sounds like you needed that more.
As an
No,
escape.
and then I watched Boy in the Striped Pajamas 3 times.
Why are you adding to the already the guy in the colostomy bags next to you smoking crack, and you're like, let's watch a thing about the Holocaust.
I wanted to know about a worse childhood than mine.
Yeah.
Oh, you're like, this is a relatable comedy.
But my worst, I'm going to tell a serious story now.
Okay.
The worst holiday I had.
All the rest of it's been a breeze, by the way.
Well, the
All those
worst holiday I had
shapes.
was we went camping every single year. You know, I lived in Norfolk. We go camping on the coast of Norfolk.
Yeah.
And it was this farm, and they took all the cows off this farm in the summer, and they let hippies and poor people camp on the field, and we would camp there every single year. One year, I was probably like a teenager by this point. We had a pet dog, and my dog started shagging this other dog a few tents away, and they started like shagging in between our tent, our little family circle, and this other geezer's van. and they start like shagging all the time. And then my mum and this other guy, they ran up towards each other. Like, oh, sorry, my dog's shagging your dog. Sorry. And then my mum ended up getting with this guy. And the whole holiday, the whole holiday, my mum stayed in the van with him.
And you and the two dogs had to share a van.
And then they ended up he ended up moving into our house. But as soon as the dogs gave birth, he just like disappeared. So like he just used our house as like a dog breeding sanctuary, and then like sold them all, and just like fucked up.
That sounds very traumatic.
All of it does.
But that especially, to have someone come into your life and then disappear so quickly. Did you feel like you were being replaced by the puppy?
Yeah, I felt like a dog.
Yeah, you were like the dog he didn't want.
Felt like a little dog. I felt like a little dog in a park.
Oh.
It was horrible.
Trying to cry?
Yeah, I'm trying to squeeze one out, mate. I'm trying to squeeze out a tear for the fucking content. I want to act. All right. Well, thank you very much. I hope that you two got to talk as much as I did.
Yeah, that was
yeah,
great.
You
That
enjoyed
was
it.
great, yeah.
What would you rate this podcast out of any metric system of your choice?
I would give it 5 stars.
5 stars. You've gone
Out
for
of 10.
classic Telegraph review.
Yes.
5 stars. What about you then,
I'd
Red?
say 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. You've gone for numbers.
There was emotions, there was drama.
Yeah. I'd say I'd rate this 7 stepdads out of 9.
That's good.
All right. Thanks so much. This has been Beef. Yeah. Have you got anything to plug?
I have a comedy special on YouTube called Bugatti Live.
Yes.
If you want to know how to be top G, watch it.
I have some dates coming up. Go to lucasjeffcoat.com.
What's his name?
lucasjeffcoat.com.
Yeah, that's it.
And watch Bugatti.
So bad. Even for me. Sorry, mate.
No.
Okay. Thank you very much. Nice to see everybody. Bye-bye. Oh.
Thank you. Thank
Oh.
you, guys.